Here's a quick word from our sponsors. If you're spending any time online, you need a VPN. With Nord, your data's locked up tighter than Cecil's overpacked luggage, so no one's getting into your business. Using public Wi-Fi without a VPN is like playing a high line with Ben Davies at the back. You know what's going to happen. You're going to get exposed. But with NordVPN, your data is fully encrypted, meaning that hackers, data thieves, and even your mate trying to log into your streaming account, that does happen, can't touch you. Now, some of you might be interested in accessing content like the 3 p.m. football matches here in the UK. While we can't watch them directly, a VPN allows you with just one click to change your virtual location, like you're pretending to be in the USA or Australia to catch those games. Obviously, no one would do anything like that here, obviously. Nord is more than just sports, it's your passport to unlimited global streaming, from movies to exclusive shows, anytime, anywhere. And the best part is, NordVPN's got a huge deal for you. Head over to nordvpn.com/AFTV to get 4 extra months free on a 2-year plan. Plus, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if you bottle it, you get your money back. Big up to NordVPN. Now let's head back to the video.
Okay, people, welcome back. Welcome back. This is it, Curtis. It's good to have you back. We're back in business. Things have been good. Firstly, let me give a shout out to the community because the lives might be changing, which is a bit of a little quick secret. They might be changing, but did you know what they said? They said Curtis and Cecil's live is here to stay. So big up the community. Big up Curtis. They know what the vibe is. But yeah, listen, things are good. I didn't really know where to take this show. I mean, there is news that's been dropping across the week. We'll discuss a lot of things. Obviously, the season's coming to an end. We'll get through all that. But let's just begin. Firstly, I'll say a shout out to Nord as well. Every time, I can't believe you said about my suitcase. I want to give you another fact as well, yeah, Robbie. Your suitcase was heavier than mine in Kenya, yeah? So let's just relax. How tightly packed. He had a heavier suitcase than me. But yeah, Curtis, Wagwan, let's catch up. What's going on? Everything good?
Yeah, good, bro. You know, like, it's that point of the season now. I'm just, like Arteta said, I'm thinking about the beach. You know what I mean? I'm not getting stressed. The season's done. Plan where you're going and just relax, When was the last show we did? Was it PSG, just before PSG, or did we talk after?
I think it was. Was it just? I think it was just before PSG. As if we didn't do one after, that's not. I think no, I don't think we did one after, did we? We didn't do one after, no. I think I did one in Paris as well. That was with some of the guys that was over there, but with Lee and that. But yeah, no, we haven't really spoken in a while. No, we might have to catch up on a few things.
I was with Laurie last week, that's why. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Come on, talk his cheap little reunion thing. Come on, throw back to the man them. But we're here now. And we're obviously building this show. I think there's a temporary name, Players Lounge, and that there'll be a lot of stuff coming you guys' way. So all the people that are supporters of this live show, you'll see a lot of new updates and upgrades to this show. But
talk to me about Kenya. Talk to me about Kenya first of all. Give me a little rundown because you and Robbie was doing all sorts over there. You know what I mean? Looking like royalty over there.
But that's it. All right, let's go. All right, let's skip forward to the royalty bit. Yeah, obviously. So, right, it's very busy over in Kenya, yeah? Just quickly. So what we do really late nights. We try and enjoy, we're on tour, pre-season tour. We like to go out a little piece, have a little bit of fun. So we did that as well in Kenya. So it was late nights and then it was early starts. As always, you got to go up, you got to get up and go and meet people, yeah? So due to that, man was waking up, running into the car and just sleeping, yeah? This is the last day. So I ran into we got up really early that Thursday and I just was in the car asleep because I was just like, bro, I'm knackered, bro. And the Kenya roads bouncing and all that. And then I get a big tap, like the cameraman is slapping me like, yo. So I'm like, bruv, I'm tired, bro. I open my eyes, yeah, and the White House is there. Bro, the White House. Here we go. There, brother. The White House. I said, are we in America? Yo, where do we go? Where are we? I said, where did we go? I said, I wake up and Hassan's like, bro, what is this? I said, I don't know. So then we walk in. There's people in lines, like lined up. There are people like was footballers, but like high-fiving us. We're walking in. There's cameras, And I'm getting out of the car thinking, I'm wiping my crust out of my eyes, like, what is going on, Robbie? So he's not saying anything. So no one's talking. So I'm just like, brother, I'm in an Arsenal. Where are we? So then we do this. We do the mad thing. Like we go to like the meeting room where we have to sign some book. And Robbie, which he hasn't told you yet. So basically, it's like a sign-in. It's like a check-in book, innit? Like, you know, when you check into like, say you go to a club, you got to sign off like your name, time in, registration plate, and all that. So he's the woman or the governor's like, oh, can you sign the book? So he's writing in small like name, my vehicle, and then the governor goes, no, sign it big. You got the whole pages for you. So he gets embarrassed here, and he's like, oh, sorry. So then he's like, I'm like, bro, don't scribble it out because it's gonna look tacky, bro. Just go big again. He does that. We do that. We go to like some meeting rooms. We have some big discussions. We have lunch and all that. After we have lunch, Curtis, we get escorted out of the private, I don't know, quarters to have where we've had food, and we're walking out of the White House. As we're walking out, they're doing photos like as we're walking down the corridor. I'm like, I'm not laughing, but I'm walking next to Robbie and this governor like, what the fuck is happening?
What's going on here?
What's going on, So we're walking. Robbie's taking it bare serious, of course.
Yeah.
So
I
he's
know
just
what he's
walking
on.
with like,
swinging
this.
shoulders, screw face. I know what he's on.
This is him.
No,
So
that's exactly what he's on.
He's doing Don stuff. He's doing Don stuff. So he's like taking it bare serious. At that point, I was actually at the back, but then they'll push me forward like to walk in line with them. But I'm like, brother, what am I doing here? So Robbie's taking it very serious. I'm trying to look at him, but he's not looking at me because he's doing the. Let me just. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. Let's embrace it, innit? So then we're walking down the stairs now, and then the doors are shut, right? The main doors, which are like they're massive, So the doors open now, and then, bro, there's a row of media, like we're in Washington, and then there's obviously like the podium. There's all the flags. And we walk out, and the governor like walks straight into the podium and just starts talking, like she's addressing the nation. So I'm stood there. I'm stood in my denim. I'm like, what the? So I'm laughing. I'll be honest. I'm doing this. This is
You're giggling. I know what you're on.
And I'm going, Cause, and listen, people allow me. Normally, man's, I'm professional and all that, but I'm just so like, I feel like I've been slapped in my face, like, and just turned and just woke up in a parallel universe. Like, I don't know what's going on. So I'm stood there. She's talking. This time I'm looking at Robbie. Robbie's looking back at me, but I'm trying to laugh. But he's just hit. Bro, Ryan, big up Ryan in production. So when we walked out, I said, "What is happening?" And I'm looking at Robbie. Robbie's just like, again, straight face. I clock Hass, the cameraman, and we got another guy called James, who's the cameraman. And they're laughing behind me. They're laughing at like in the crowd. So I'm like, I'm giggling, bruv. And then Robbie's looking at me like, yo. And I'm like, all right, cool. And then he steps forward and does his speech, bruv. I'm dead. Because the way, it's like he's made for this stuff. Like he walked in and was
doing the Martin Luther King thing.
He's doing them, bro. He's doing that. I have a dream.
No, he's got a dream. Why are you doing that face though? Like, I know what you're on.
No, because I'm trying to be
like, yo, bro. I told you, yo, fix up.
He said, fix, without saying fix up, he looked at me like a parent and said, yo, fix up. So I'm screwing because I'm like, okay, I've got to be serious. But in my head, I'm thinking, brothers addressing the nation like he's Rob, big up Rob.
But listen, let me just ask one thing. What's he talking about? Life or football? What's he on about?
I can't remember, bro. I think he's just saying thank you and like, I can't even remember what he was saying, but I was like, I'm thinking, Rob, you're so good at this, bro, because I don't know what he's like addressing their like the nation or like the main county, like, I'm like, bro, we're just a fan. Listen, what AFTV has done is huge, bro, across the world. So I'm not diminishing that, but it was just so surreal that like we ended up, I don't know, brother, on a podium, and I'm there
addressing the media,
and bro, I was dying. And it caught us so by surprise as well. Because when I said after, I said like, was this planned? Like, I didn't know we was doing this, and Robbie's like, no, we didn't know it was going to be like this. And I'm like,
didn't know it was happening.
So how the hell did you just switch? Like, we can all switch on, bro. I've been in some mad situations with AFTV and got the fan cams and there's kicking offs and all that, but that was a whole nother level, brother. That was a whole nother level.
He knows, man. He knows how to deal with that. Do you know what, though? For the people then, I got to ask you one question about one thing that happened in Kenya that was spoke about on the watch along the other day.
You know,
Ryan, come on.
You know.
How is it, sir?
Oh, unbelievable. I needed this so bad. Oh, mate. Serena Hotels. As they say in Kenya, Hakuna Matata.
Right, I've had to get out of there. I've just seen things that no cameraman should really have to go through.
Oh, do you know what? I knew Ryan would do this.
On the figure four leg lock. I thought you was wrestling.
The walls in Jericho, bro.
No, I swear down. No, that's next level. No. Bro, did you know that was about to happen?
No!
Did you think that was just a regular massage? Oh,
Right, listen. Ryan, I hate you. I'll be honest.
Ryan,
you know what?
legend.
Ryan, he knows as well. I said I don't know really know what we're gonna do for this live, yeah. And I sent him some things, some clips, and I knew he would have this. I was just like, maybe he'll leave it because it's been seen enough on the channel.
You can't leave that,
bro. No, all right. I don't even want to talk about it because
people are saying that was Jordan Jarrett as well. He's just that's next level.
That bro, Jordan rang me and was just like, bro, my phone is blowing up. What have you done? I said, bro, I'm so sorry, but it wasn't me. It was Turkish. He was the one that mentioned that it looks like you. But all right, cool. The thing is, I'm worried. I don't want to talk. I'll talk about it, but I don't want to talk about it because every time I talk about it, I incriminate myself even more. It sounds worse, like every time. All right, cool. So on that day, yeah, I'm trying to enjoy the hotel. We do these trips, yeah, and we don't really get time to enjoy like bits. We don't really get in time to enjoy just time to relax, if I'm honest, which is fine because we're there to work. But I heard they had a spa there, an hour and a half massage. I said, yes, I'm there. Let me enjoy it. And I had to keep trying to find a time slot. Robbie said, look, the hotel want to do a tour with us. And I was like, yeah, do you know what? Big ups for in hotels, but obviously the tour, I said, let me just see if I can sneak off. I picked that time. So I go into the spa now. I book a massage. An hour and a half is a long, I don't think I've had many hour and a half.
That's a long massage, bro. Yeah.
So she has to kill time. She has to time waste. Keep the ball in play and all them things there. So I'm thinking, how is she gonna do it? How is she gonna do an hour and a half? So I said, all right, cool. We'll just see what she's like. Cool, she does this. It's part of the package. Let's just do it. So I go in now. Obviously, just for context, yeah, James, that guy that walked out, he's new. He's new to AFTV. He's a new cameraman, really good cameraman. It's his first tour as well. So he's in there. And I'm like, I don't know if I like having a cameraman in. Oh, he's made it small.
In the massage.
So I'm getting the massage now, Curtis, yeah? I'm getting the massage. And I'm like, okay, this is good. Like I said, the Hakuna Matata, all of that. He films, I say, yeah, it's all nice. It's all nice. And then, like, she just goes to my ear and goes like, Cecil, do you mind if I stretch you? And I went, yeah, all right. But, no, I know it sounds because this is why I didn't want to talk. I know, big pause. This is why I didn't want to do this. That's why I didn't want to do this. I think this show, I have to give the full honesty. I think I have to be, when it's me and you, I have to just tell you the full story. So, I'm thinking she's going to say, stand up and let's, football stretches. I'm thinking, stand up, Cecil. We're going to do this. Yep, balance one time, maybe one of these.
It didn't look like that, bro. I can't lie.
I thought she was going to say, yeah, stand up. We'll go through some stretches. So I say, yeah, you can, yeah. And then, bruv, she just like grabs my leg and then lifts it, and then she puts me in the Wilson Jericho, leans, and obviously I can't move, but I'm shocked that she can lift me up from that side. I'm quite a heavy, big guy, so I'm like, wow, this little girl is doing a madness. And then obviously in the massage thing, you get like, oh, bro, this is peak. You get small pants and like my willy, oh, bro, it's just, yeah, it's just out, bro. And then obviously the cameraman's there. I forget he's there. I actually forget he's there. So I forgot when he said he left. I was like, I didn't even know that. I thought he'd already gone. So yeah, it was mad. I feel for James. Big up the new cameraman, James. But brother, I feel
for James as well, bro. He should be typing up his resignation right now. Or asking for a pay rise, you know what I mean?
Bro, I can't believe, bro, it was a madness. It was a madness. And she was like walking on my back. She had some instrument that she started like playing near my ear. Like I said, that's what I'm saying. She had to keep the ball in play, bro. Like she was running down the clock. I get it now, but I didn't know it was gonna be like that, bro. Honestly, I did not know it was gonna be like that.
That is crazy, man. If she'd done that to Robbie, imagine.
Robbie or Turkish said, "You're mad, Cess. You're actually tapped, bro." But you know me, man. I'm just nice, bro. I'm gonna say yes to whatever. That sounds crazy, but you know what I mean. I'm just fire for that. But I'm just gonna listen. I thought it was gonna be harmless. It ended up being a madness. Listen, there wouldn't normally be a camera in there, so I can't believe that all stayed in.
All for the content, right? All for the content.
And I don't know if you heard Robbie. When Robbie saw it, he said, "What? She's bending him up." I said, "Oh, I'm finished." On camera, I said, "I'm finished." When he said that on camera, I said, "Yeah, I'm finished. I'm finished."
It's a madness.
That was Kenya. It went from sitting in the cockpit in the planes with the pilot and watching the plane land, unbelievable, to being twisted up by one little gal in a massage table, to then walking out and addressing the nation like, I don't know, bruv, like Barack Obama. Yeah. It was crazy.
It was crazy. Good trip,
man. No, it was good. There's some more planned as well. I think we're going back to Kenya. I think there's some more as well coming. He's got
to get to the Caribbean, man. He's done Africa 3-4 times now, man.
My family have been caning me, brother, about not going to gym. My family, even Robbie's getting heat because he's like, same thing you said. Africa. He knows. We're trying to get there. We're trying to get there for the World Cup qualifiers in November. To be fair, you have to be there with us, you know. You have to be there. You expressions, all them, man. Like listen, it's in the plans. But people, that was Kenya. I'm glad what's he doing now? Has he put something back on there?
No, it is a madness.
Turkish is here as well. Turkish, please allow me.
I don't know what's worse though, not asking the question or you saying yes, bro. You know what I mean? Man was moving like Diddy in Kenya, bro. You know?
That's what Turkish said. Brother,
baby oil.
If she says, "Can I stretch you?" you don't expect them to lift you. Like I thought the logical thing is, okay, she must have because remember she massaged me a little bit first, so she must have felt something tight. That's what in my head the process goes. She's massaged my leg, felt something tight, and then she said, "Look, let's stretch before we do this." Calm, and then it turned into a madness, bro. An absolute madness.
You know, if someone's just tuned in for the first time here, they're thinking like, yo, AFTV, and they're hearing all kinds of madness, seeing all kinds of madness, thinking, what the hell's going on this show?
It's true. It's true. I come here to get updated about players coming in, Gyökeres and all that, and I'm seeing man's piece in the
air. When that James said, I just seen things no cameraman should see. Yo!
I felt for him, bro. I actually had to apologize for that. I said sorry, but like I said, I didn't see that coming. You can't blame me, bro. You might have a little bit, but I told you, bro. She had to time waste, bro. She was doing a Newcastle
she was
home.
Time wasting for real.
She was she's pulling all the tricks out the bag. But right, bloody hell. Let's move forward. Turkish and I don't do freak offs. Can't whisper in man's ear. Yeah, all right, okay. Allow me, bro. People allow me. Yeah, we're here. I'm safe. And we're good. No more activities like that. But yeah, good start. I mean, I
Good
hate
start.
Ryan. I knew he was gonna bring that up. I knew.
Yeah, we had that conversation earlier. You know, had to happen.
I knew it was coming. Let me read these super chats quickly before we go into some some talk on football. Excuse me. Cashley Cole says Marshall Robbie Lyle addressing a nation with Arteta in propaganda. Mad thing. Yeah, I mean, he was saying, yeah, Arteta. I mean, me and Curtis will probably discuss that at some point in this live anyway, because it's definitely a hot topic at the moment. Mikel Arteta. Sir Francis Jeffers says, bun that cameraman. Out of all things, he shows Cecil curling his toes. Yeah, fair. He did feel my feet. I know a lot of people weren't happy with that, because obviously the toes after Penalty Ghana is obviously a no-go. But listen, you could have blurred my toes as well as blurring my piece. Man. Fucking hell, bro. They're just as bad. This channel is crazy. This channel is crazy. Right, but we have to do this. We have to enjoy it and catch up. A lot of things happen in life since we last spoke. I mean, like you mentioned, we went out to PSG. There's not many stories around that. I'll try and just catch everyone up. Obviously, we were kept in for 2 hours after the game. Normally, it's like an hour, and it was 2 hours because they were partying outside. But it was also like there was word that they were looking for trouble as well, the ultras. There was videos online of them like running over people and fireworks, celebrations, firing at people. So they kept us in extra long. They also didn't really advise us to do the recordings, because it was a bit, obviously it was mad out there. But Robbie was like, we have to, which is obviously standard. That's what we do. So it's the company. So I'll be honest, man's head was on a swivel just in the streets of Paris after the game, because it was hot. I can't lie, it was quite hostile. People were driving past, stopping, and then driving off, and was thinking, right, these men are going to come back. So that was a bit mad. We've also had some games, obviously, in build up to that. The Liverpool draw was in Kenya. The draw was, in the end, was all right, even though Liverpool could have put us to bed. We should have put them to bed early on. Don't talk about it too much. And then the last game, we won against Newcastle, and then we're kind of up to date in regards to matches. But yeah, anything else you just want to catch us up before we get into kind of the topic, say, Curtis, of what you made of the past couple of weeks, the Liverpool game, the Newcastle game, or you kind of just over the... Are you in the same... I've stopped watching a lot of football. The Premier. I've kind of tuned out now. I'm kind of looking at pre-season and summer signings, but where are you at in up to date to where we are today?
I think the moment that PSG whistle went, it was like, that's the season done for me. Like, I wasn't going to get too angry or excited if we beat Liverpool or lost. Same with Newcastle. It's like, it's done now, you know? So for me now, I'm just like, where's the transfers? I want to see breaking news. And like you said, the other games as well, I'm not even watching too much football now. I mean, I'll be watching the game tomorrow night in the Europa League and stuff like that. But for me, season's done. The Liverpool game, like you said, we could have scored early. Then they kind of dominated. Then we got back into it. Marino red card kind of ends it. Hasn't man got the same? Well, they should be sponsoring the show, bro. What's going on?
Brother, do you know what's mad? I'm on a subscription.
Crazy is that?
So expensive to buy. I have to get. I'm on the website subscription. I get 12 bottles a month. So yeah, you're right. They should be. Listen, they're not going to.
I'm telling you, someone's got to reach out. We need a sponsorship for the show.
Priscilla, Robbie, the sales team, shout them. I see a lot of content creators drinking a lot of coconut water. It's good for you as well. We're island people as well. Yeah, man.
Come on.
You well said. Let me actually.
Maybe they can sponsor the Jamaica trip. You know what I mean? That would be good. Link that all up, but
Hey, go on.
Come on. But anyway, Arsenal. And then Newcastle, the Newcastle game wasn't really nothing, was it? As soon as I saw Isak off the team sheet, I thought we got a chance. Declan Rice, good goal. That's it. Southampton. I see Robbie saying he turned down the Grand Prix for Southampton.
Did he say that? I mean, I knew that. Did he say that, yeah?
Yeah, he said it. I was in my head. I'm like, bro, listen, I know we love the club, bro, but I would have been at the Grand Prix, bro, on that first corner. You know what I mean?
He said it right. Yeah, listen, I'll be honest. He obviously tells us a lot of stuff away from the cameras, but I didn't know he put it online. Yeah, he got offered hospitality from. He said, I've always wanted to do Monaco. Like, he's mad. Yeah. He's not mad. He's not mad. He just says it. He says he has to be like
last
he just has to be there.
Season.
Yeah, but bro, Grand Prix hospitality.
Come on, Southampton away, end of the season. I'll let that one slide, bro. Nothing ain't right. You man deal with the fan cams. I'll be at Monaco watching Hamilton take the first corner.
This is why he's doing presidential speeches on podiums,
It's
Curtis.
true.
I had a dream.
It's
This is
true.
why. This is why.
Yeah. It's true. I respect it. The work rate's there, but yeah, man. I
Madness.
think what are you saying about the season now? Like, it's just winding down. It's almost pre-season already, isn't it?
Yeah, let's do a debrief then quickly. Obviously, I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. Obviously, I've got some of the words of what Arteta says. Arteta saying, same stuff as before. We've got to go big in the summer, keep believing, all of that. But like, I've kind of switched off. I'll be real to all the viewers and the loyal supporters of obviously this live. I mean, from Premier League football, I mean, the season's done really anyway. But like, I switched off a little bit a while ago. I haven't been watching, keeping up with other scores. I'm disappointed. I am disappointed. I really, because at the beginning when we started doing these lives, I said Arteta has to win something, otherwise I think his job's under a bit of threat. I'm not gonna lie and say, I'm not gonna lie and say I never said that, because I know I said that. I said he has to win something this season. He hasn't done that. Does that change my position? I mean, the club are gonna give him another year or another season. We have to get behind him, and all the word that goes round is, well, if he doesn't have anything end of next season, then he has to go. And I get that, but it's annoying because we said that last season. That's why it annoys me a lot. And the fact that granted, Robbie is pushing and he's right to push 27 injuries. That is a big factor. Like, he's not wrong in that. But you've done so well to beat the likes of Real Madrid, like in the Champions League. We battered City at home, we battered Sporting Lisbon. And I just think like those chances where we could have won trophies. I mean, Palace won a cup. Like that could have been, that could have been us. That could have been us. Like the Carabao Cup won by Newcastle. That could have been us. Like, and I know coulda, and they're not trophies that everyone's looking at. But I just think my frustration always lies the fact that we've been second best for the past 3 seasons, and you haven't picked anything up on the way when things were available. Even regardless of injuries, you're still a very good team, and you've beaten very good teams and shown that you can beat very good teams. So I expect you to at least make a cup run and win a trophy, because bro, like being second in the country is still, it's not an achievement, but you're showing that you're at a level. So I was quite disappointed that he didn't pick anything up on the way. I'm in agreement
with you there, bro. I think, listen, we all wanted the Champions League and the Prem, and in the end we were short. We probably didn't have enough quality. But then I'm doing a watch along for that Palace game against Man City, and I'm thinking, the sun's out today, we should be at Box Park getting ready to go to Wembley to watch the game. Arsenal
100%.
Against Palace or Arsenal against
100%.
Man City. Can you imagine? And by the end of that game, I'm looking at Crystal Palace, going, I wish we was in their position for today, of them lifting that trophy and being at work. Because the last time we won the FA Cup was lockdown, bro. We weren't even in the stadium. We didn't really get to celebrate that properly. So I'm thinking, like you just said, we're in 4 competitions every year. So for the last 3 years, we finished second. That's 12 competitions we've been in, and we haven't won one of them. And that's my frustration. And listen, I said the same thing at the start of the season. He's got to win something this year. And I think I understand Robbie's point. The injuries, of course, are going to play a factor, and they're big players. But I don't think the recruitment in the summer was good enough. I don't think those players have had a big enough impact. They only seem to panic and think they needed a striker in January, when I thought it was obvious we needed a striker last summer anyway. But they was running with this Kai Havertz purple patch. And then I just think it's another flat ending. And then the conversation at the end of the game, be patient and trophies are coming. It's like, you can't keep saying that without that happening. It's got to happen eventually. So, and to make it worse, look at the game we've all got to sit and watch tomorrow night. I know people will say it's Europa League and we was in the Champions League, but we didn't win the Europa League when we was in it for a number of years.
This is me. Sorry to jump in here, but we was doing obviously a media tour with Kenya and was going on TV and stuff and radios, and Robbie was doing the whole, it's Europa, like basically doing like, listen, it's Europa League, like we're not in, we're too good to be in it and stuff like that. I kept saying, brother, I wanted to win that. We haven't won that, Like I know we listen, 16th and 17th are in the final. I get it. The levels got worse because the Champions League teams can't drop into it and all that. But I said, I'm not turning my nose up or shafting those fans that are kind of putting all into winning the Europa League. One, Tottenham, I get it, they haven't won a European trophy, nor have we. They haven't won a trophy in a long time, but they also haven't won a European trophy. So I'm not like attacking them like, oh, bun the Europa League. I'm not doing that because we've been in that. I actually was on Twitter and I just saw all the winners of the Europa League, and I'm like, raw, all these Tottenham have won it before as well. I saw bare teams. I was just like, raw, I know we've never won it. I'm just like, what the hell? Like, we didn't pick up. So that frustrates me. And obviously tomorrow's going to be a stressful day. I mean, I'm sure you're in line with me that wants Man United to win it. I don't know if you're not. I don't know if you want Spurs to win it. But has to be United. Has to be United. But I hear it. I'm with you there, bro. Like when you just said like we never won it, and so it's a bit annoying when people are kind of just I don't know. I think they're really looking down on those two teams. I hate both those teams, but I just think I'm not gonna deny the fact I want to win that trophy at one stage. So it's just annoying. It is annoying.
Yeah, it is, and like you said, he's gonna get next season. So. This is why I've said I'm not going to spend all summer saying get rid of him. My opinions are out there. I think he's very lucky to get another season. I don't think many managers would get 5 full seasons without a trophy at a big club, and say just get another year comfortably. So it shows he's in a strong position. But I think even the biggest fans of him are saying that he has to win something next year.
Yeah, no, I think you're spot on there, man. I think it's important that he does. He's under a lot of pressure. He's under a lot of pressure because the fact that if he has a bad summer window, I'll be honest, he's under even more pressure. I see him really look at the board though. He's really directing pressure to the board. So I saw Ian Wright. Well, I've seen this. I've got the quote here. Ian Wright said, "Are we expecting a big summer, boss?" Yeah, that's what Ian Wright said.
I saw that.
Mikel Arteta says, well, if a big summer means recruitment and bringing in players in, it's going to be a big summer for everybody. And then I know there was another quote that was like, he's expecting the board to invest. There's a big summer coming. So he's kind of alluding to a big summer. I know we hear it a lot every season, but I don't really hear it as much from him directly, Mikel Arteta directly. So, and if I'm honest, if we look at other teams are moving quick at the beginning of this window. Like people are making deals now. So I feel like they are going to be proactive. I think they're going to be quicker than usual. You know how Arsenal always are. They're saying we're going to sign this player and we don't until the end of the window. Like Martin Zubimendi, I wouldn't be surprised if we get him 2 weeks before the week before the window shuts, even though it's pretty much confirmed. I wouldn't be surprised if they leave it late and later. But I feel like Andrea Berta has got an idea to get things done quite quickly, and with the window opening and then having a break and then reopening, I think they're just trying to get business done as quick as possible, which is the right thing to do because you've got to integrate these players into the bloody squad. I think that's the best way to get signings, play them pre-season, get them the feel of the club, get them involved. So summer will be interesting.
Bro, look at the last 3 tours we've been on, right? The one last year was the flattest tour of the 3, not in terms of what was happening outside of the pitch. We was all having a good time and that, but we were on tour like, there's no signings here. Obviously, Calafiori turned up at the end of the tour, where the year before we were like, Declan Rice is here, Timber's here, Havertz is here. Raya turned up afterwards. The year before that, it was Zinchenko and Jesus, and they brought a new energy to the group. So I think it's so important they get a couple of big transfers done early because there's no international tournament this summer and you just want to get them integrated into the squad. But I'm almost pinning all of our hopes on Berta, and I hope he's got sort of the power that we hope that he's got. They're saying he's kind of told Arteta, let's not get Sesko, let's go for Yoker. Ultimately, is he going to have a bigger say than the manager? I'm not sure if he is. I hope he has, but
yeah, I mean, I think I'm hoping they brought in Andrea Berta to challenge Mikel Arteta, but like we've said in the past, it doesn't really feel like anyone can really. It feels like Arteta has a lot of power, basically, is what I'm trying to get at. But Andrea Berta is going to have to be that force where I think there's obviously rumours online that Arteta wants Sesko, but Andrea Berta wants Gyökeres. Who knows if that's true or not? But I know I want Gyökeres more than Sesko, and I'm hoping we get Gyökeres over the line, and he's gonna have to push a little bit. I hope Arteta doesn't do the stubborn thing where it's like when he's like, it's not my player, so I'm do you know what I mean? Like I feel like Arteta's quite proud or prideful when it comes to sort of the signs like the Havertz thing. Havertz would come in as a midfielder, but I think he feels quite proud that when he put him into the striker position, that he started to do quite well, and he was a bit stubborn in giving him as many minutes as possible. I hope he's not like that when it comes to Andrew Berta's player versus his player, which happens in football. You know that. You know when you go to clubs or say you've been at a club, right, and a manager signs you, then the manager's gone, and then a new manager comes in and he's just like, he gives you that talk. But listen, I'm bringing in my players. Stay here, train and all that. But I don't, you know what I mean? You have to work your way into the team. But realistically, he's saying, brother, I've got my players. So I'm just hoping it's not that, and that happens a lot in football, as I know we all know. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting how that dynamic, unfolds during the summer. It really is going to be interesting. I want to bring up something that Ryan's got, one of the producers got in the back. I mean, about players' contracts expiring. This is coming up here on your screen now.
Wow.
Arsenal contracts expiring in the next 2 years. Oh my days! I didn't. Raw. Okay, sorry. Just leave it on there for a while because I haven't. Thomas Partey. Okay, that's okay. They need to re-sign that. Jorginho's obviously gone. Trossard. I heard this week he hasn't signed anything yet. Yeah, they're talking. His partner did a post, and everyone's being cryptic and saying he's probably on his way out. But I don't know. I think they should try and hold on to him. Bloody hell, Takehiro Tomiyasu, man.
Who's that?
Bloody hell.
When's he going to play football for us?
Did he ever play for us? Jesus Christ! Next year he's done. Zinchenko's probably going to move on this window potentially. He'll probably move on this window, and then our big players: Saka, Saliba, Gabriel, and Martinelli, all up. Well, in 2027, which, as everyone knows, they can start kind of looking at other options, I suppose, when they go into their final year. And even now, there might be agents will be asking them what's happening.
Yeah.
But that isn't. Thank you for that. Thank you for bringing that around. I mean, that is. Do you know what? I always thought was in a really good place with like our key players signed on, but I think that kind of went under the radar because I don't know why. I thought.
Do you know what I think's happened, Sets, is like when they negotiated with Saka and Saliba, I think they signed 4-year deals. It looked like Arsenal were trying to give everyone 5-year deals, but they've took 4. Obviously, 2 years now. We haven't won anything, so now they're at that point again of 2 years. So it's like it's that danger zone for Arsenal, isn't it? Of like, do you allow them to go to 1 year if they don't sign, or those two are going to ask for crazy money? And this is why I always had a problem with the Havertz deal, because if I'm Saka's agent, the first thing I'm saying is you got to pay him more than Havertz. And if I'm Saliba, I'm saying the same thing. 275, I need 300.
Bro, majority of that list can probably go into the boardroom and say, brother, if he's on that, he's your striker, but he wasn't a striker, he was a midfielder. Plus, so he shouldn't be. If I was their agent, I'd be like, he shouldn't be on the most. His strikers do get normally paid the most, but he wasn't he didn't brought in as a striker. Plus, he's been injured. I know that's not his fault, but like we've been more like Saka can be like, brother, I've been more key than him. Yeah. Saliba can say that. Even Partey, after the season Partey's just had, he can be like, yo, what are you lot doing? I know Partey's on quite a bit of money anyway, but he's like, I need to go past whatever Havertz is on. So I know what you're saying there. And that is it's not going to be a problem, but they're going to have to sort that out. It's good. And that might affect, I hope it doesn't affect the summer window, but there's a lot of contracts there. They're going to have to renegotiate and do it properly.
Partey is the one that I'm kind of looking at. I'm thinking, I wonder what they're going to do. I think most of the fan base would say keep him. He's had a brilliant season, but I'm just looking at it. They're gonna probably put Rice in that role that he's been playing. Zubimendi comes in for over 50 million to play in the 6. If Partey he's on over 200 grand already. Are they going to give Partey over 200 grand with no guarantee that he's starting in that 6 role? Because surely Zubimendi's saying, okay, I'll join you, but I need to be playing every week. Yeah, so then Partey on 200 grand on the bench. And then if you buy Gyökeres, are you then going to put Havertz on the bench on 275 grand? Because no one really has their top earner on the bench. So
no one, not nowadays. No.
So I think there'll be a couple casualties at Arsenal this summer. I think some players who earn decent wages, they'll have to try and get rid of them if you're trying to renegotiate Gabriel, Saka, Saliba. You want to bring in 3 or 4 top players as well.
I mean, it's interesting because like Partey's he's now on 200 grand a week. He's now on 200 grand a week. So he's looking for a new contract. They're trying to renegotiate. I think obviously, which we've said in the past, I think he obviously wants 2 years. The club kind of want to give him a year of a 1 year option, which in my opinion, and by the way, it wasn't. He didn't use that. Listen, it never used to be that. It used to be just a 1 year they wanted to give him. Now that I think they've kind of been open to say they're looking to keep him. We'll give you a 1 year option, but he's saying he wants a solid 2 year deal.
Yeah.
And that comes with a pay. I mean, it doesn't always come with a pay increase. It doesn't always, but I'm assuming agents being agents, they're going to say, well, all right. So what's the upgrade in that? And if you're going to give me a 1 year option, then I need an extra 50. I need to be 250 a week. Do you know what I mean? Which,
yeah.
I hope they do keep. Partey because, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, he had a good season. Zubimendi coming in, he's going to want game time. I think if Arteta, which I know is good with his words, will say, "Look, brother, there's a lot of games. You see how many injuries there are. Like, let's just like you'll get minutes. I'm not going to deny you minutes, but let's just negotiate this properly. Like, we're not going to shaft you. So hopefully that is the case. I'm going to quickly read out some super chats, and then I've got something in the back. Haha. Lawrence Emmanuel says, Cecil, I'm concerned Robbie's health as he's sounding more like Ty every day. Oh my days. Think he's hanging out too much of that deluded idiot. I wish Ty was here to respond to that. Because who do you think you are? What makes you deluded? You can't say I'm deluded. What have you done in your life? I'd love him to be here to reply to that, Lawrence. But no, do you know what? Big up Robbie. I think Robbie's just sticking to his to what he thinks right. You know, I think he's looked at it. I know people say, you know, he's just covering Mikel Arteta, but Mikel Arteta did say in a press conference about the injuries, and when he looked at it, I was with him in Kenya. He said, to be fair, I wanted to cuss him. We all wanted to win a trophy, but injuries are a big factor. It's not. I know it feels like an excuse. It does, because everyone gets injuries, but we did have a lot. But at the end of the day, like I say to everyone, the board ain't going to sack him right now. So the rightful thing to do is get behind him. So for the next season, but we can question a lot of things. I mean, he's going to be under extreme pressure. Like I mentioned, even from the window, if you do the window wrong, the fans are going to be annoyed. We can't have a.
Do you know the thing, bro? Is like we're saying he's under a lot of pressure, but I watched him do that speech at the end of the game, and I thought, you don't look like you're under any pressure. This guy's talking about, I'm going on the beach. Let them upstairs do the. I didn't look at him and think, I tell you what, if we start slow, they'll get rid of it. I think they're probably looking at it going, Champions League money in the bag. You know what I mean? Second in the league, making plenty of money. Shirts are selling out. Everything's good, man.
You're right. Yeah, the board might actually feel like they might be happy because they might be thinking, he's actually done. I mean, we haven't won anything, but do they really? I don't know if they really. We're being honest. Do they really care about winning? As long as you're getting that Champions League money, which is a lot of money anyway, you might have a good point. But I'm talking about pressure from us, which we have to start applying. We will start applying if things aren't right, especially from the window. But yeah, we'll have to see. Fizzy says with a super chat, can we sim the summer transfer window? Well, I mean, you say you're on a simulator, but I'll be honest, I kind of want to be. I like going on tour, and that is during the summer transfer window. I like seeing the new players. Like we were there when Calafiori literally got announced as he walked out. That was like we saw him. That was cool. So yeah, I'd rather not sim it. I'd rather be there. And Jam 236 says 2025-26 dental appointments plus treatments. I don't know what that means. Question mark. 2025-26 dental appointments plus treatments. Okay. Jam 236. Let me know in the chat what you're referring to there. It better not be no massage stuff or jokes because I've had enough of those. I'm gonna. All right. Let me play. We got something in the background, so let me just see what this is, just to make it 1-1.
He's played well.
Right, again now. He's Curtis.
Oh, that's lovely.
Go.
He's
Curtis is in. Here goes Curtis. He's in.
Oh, no, he's been shackled.
Here goes Curtis. He's in.
Oh, no, he's been shackled. He's been shackled. What good tackle. I didn't see no one around him, but it was a great tackle.
Tackled by the invisible man.
He's trod on the ball. He's trod on the ball.
Curtis,
you trod on the ball.
They got you.
That's nasty work, you know. That
Bro,
I'm telling
thank you, Ryan.
But
Thank
Ryan,
you.
you're out of order, you know. I thought Ryan
One
was,
word.
you know what I mean? All right, cool. Don't worry. I'm gonna go searching.
Man wants a striker. Gyökeres giving Arteta all the pressure. What's he doing? Come on, Havertz, you donkey, and all this stuff. And then he's tripping over footballs. Wait, hold on.
Can I just say in my defense, right? I've got one thing to say. I scored the winning goal in that game, Claude Cup final. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, you know, I hadn't played for a while. The ball, you know, was a little bit, coordination goes as you're getting older, you know what I mean?
I'm feeling that right now. And on that, actually, people, on that, what Curtis just said there, he scored in the Claude Cup final. Literally today, we had a meeting yesterday, but today, we're arranging the next Claude Cup. Obviously, it'll be coming up through probably end of summer. It actually it might be midsummer. It might be just before we go on tour. Look out for it. We are in the process of doing at Ballers in London, 7-a-side, everyone having some top influencers having their own teams. And then, I'll be dusting back off the boots. Curtis, I'm sure, will be there playing as well. Little 7-a-side tournaments in honor of the big man himself, Claude. Obviously, unfortunately passed away a few years ago, but big up Claude. But yeah, the Claude Cup will be returning. So watch this space. Right, let me go through just quickly to talk about it just briefly. It was on the thumbnail. We'll do it briefly. Max Downham, a phenomenal talent, a mercurial talent, a talent that's every time I speak to people that go and watch the academy and that, they just can't stop speaking about his name. I've spoken about Ethan Wanyeri's brother on this channel as well, who's supposed to be just as good, if not better than Ethan Wanyeri. But the main man in the academy right now is Max Downham, a tall young player who's just unbelievable. Like, I've seen him in FA Youth Cup. He's bossed games at 15 years old in Youth Cup games, which is mental considering Youth Cup is like your big break, your big eyes on opportunity to show that you're the next up. And he's playing above his years and stealing the show in that game. I know they played Man United and everyone was just kind of fixated on him. I've got one question for Curtis. Max Downham plays attacking mid. No, his main position. Yeah, attacking mid is his main position. Where will Arteta play him? Because he's going on tour. We don't listen. He could sign Gyökeres and put him left back. He's got Max Downham coming through. Where does he play him? Does he play him in attacking mid? Considering Odegaard had a pretty stinky season towards the end, or do we see him playing goal? Where's he playing, Curtis?
Well, you know what, bro? The way he's managed one area over the last few games, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, bro? Because we ain't seen him for the last few weeks. I don't know what's going on there. What's minute happening? Nearly in the England. What? Real talk. I know we're sidetracking here, but we were so excited by Wanyeri. All of us were like, just let him loose, play him. And then the Odegaard drop in form, you thought, that's the perfect opportunity. Or maybe he prefers him on the right, but then Saka's not fully fit. So I couldn't believe against PSG he didn't get minutes. Even Liverpool and then now Newcastle, just sitting there watching defenders come on. So has something happened? Is he carrying a knock? I don't know, but it's frustrating. I don't know if you've heard anything. The word that someone mentioned that he was late for something and he was being... I heard that.
Yeah, but to miss all those games... I don't know, but to miss... I get missing one game, bro, or being punished for one, but it's like, brother, he's missed loads. And I don't know, I get it, Arteta, you want to be a disciplinarian, I understand, bro, you got to have standards and that, but come on, brother, what's the boy got to do? The kid, like you said, we spoke so high. I said he was the only player I'd pay to watch in Arsenal. He was a talent that was a bit against the grain at Arsenal. He wasn't the one that just seemed to be a system player. He was doing stuff that he just going how he wanted to play and being, skillful, trying new things, pushing the boundaries. I know Miles Lewis-Skelly's kind of started to do that now, but he was the player that I was most excited by. And now I'm questioning, why is he not even getting any minutes? He must have done something mad. Did he slap your missus or something? I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
It's mad, bro. I don't know what's going on. And like you said, even if you just thought, you've done something wrong this week, but 3-4 games in a row. In the Bernabeu, he never came on. PSG away. Liverpool never came on. And then now Newcastle. So, I don't know. So, hopefully that sorts itself out.
If he doesn't come on against Southampton, then what? Are we I might have to campaign.
There's a problem. There's got to be a problem. Yeah.
That is a problem. You missed the last 5-6 games of the league from being a man that stepped in and stepped up for Arsenal.
Yeah.
You're now not playing the whole back end of the season when, like you said, he didn't come on against our last game against Newcastle. We brought on a load of defenders, but it's like, okay, so I said to Robbie in player ratings, I said, what's going on with Ethan? He said, well, he'll play against Southampton, I'm assuming, because, you know, he's got to play against Southampton. But then what happens if he doesn't? There must be a problem there. There must be an issue that we have to know about. That might be my first question.
He looks fed up as well. When you look at him on the bench, he's just sitting there like, he's not even warming up. It's like, Zinchenko's coming on, and he's like just sitting there like, I know I'm not coming on. He's got that look on his face, like, but hopefully it's nothing major, but it's frustrating to see. In terms of Max, I mean, listen, I think, to be honest, you've probably watched him play more than I have. But what I have seen of him, he looks an exceptional talent. It's always, I always have this thing with youth team players of like, can you transfer that into the first team? You know, I remember Ravel Morrison seeing him when he was young and thinking, this guy's going to be the best player in the country, and it didn't transfer into the first team. Eddie was ripping up the youth team, breaking records for goals. You know what I mean? He comes into the first team. I mean, he wasn't terrible, but he never ripped up no trees. So,
how mad is football like that though? Like, see, like Eze got released from so many clubs. Ademola Lookman, like, got released from so many clubs. They become like superstars, and it's just like, you're right. Like, I remember I was at Palace and Reece Alassani. Not many people, unless you're like diehard Palace, will know about him, but he was like dubbed to be England's next best midfielder. He wasn't even allowed to train with us. I was under 16s at the time. He was with the youth team, and we couldn't even chat to him. Like, he was sat in the canteen with the youth team players and all the stuff. I remember John Salako was like, he was like, oh yeah, that's the next big thing. And I was like, all right, cool. And then he ended up, I don't want to put no shade on him, but he didn't hit the heights that he was supposed to. And he went to Dulwich and Hamlet. Then he was playing in the Football League. I think he's still playing in the Football League, but he never really broke through to the heights that he was dubbed to be. That's a great way to look at this conversation. Yeah, can it transfer? I mean, the Hale End boys have. Oh, you say that, yeah, like you said, Eddie and that. I mean, I was going to say, obviously, Marzo, Skelly, and Ethan have kind of done it, but like, you're right, Eddie, even the Reece Nelson was dubbed to be the guy, the actual guy.
He was the guy,
over everyone. Yeah. And that never really, not that it didn't translate, because he's at Fulham at the moment. He's had a good career, but well done to kind of look at it from that angle. I just assumed Max Allen was going to be the next superstar, but sometimes the lights can be too bright. That's the truth.
And I suppose it's where he plays, isn't it, bro? Because if he plays in that Odegaard role, we've seen with Ethan, like, Odegaard's going to start. He plays most games 90 minutes or comes off for 5. I think more it's a case of bring him on tour, give him his debut, get him around the group. Because am I right in saying he's still in school? Is he still? He's still in school now, right? He's 15, isn't he?
Yeah, he's 15. Yeah, he is.
So does he finish school like this summer then, July or whatever?
He's 15 now. Bloody hell, he's born in 2009, bruv. 2009.
That don't even sound. That's crazy.
What in the world? That is disgusting. Sorry, sorry, all the young viewers. That sounds really rude, but it makes me feel super old. Bruv. The hell? Yeah, 2009. Man. Jesus.
Jeez.
Anyway,
so 16.
But
yeah.
He's still in school. Yeah, 2009. It's December, by the way, 2009. So he's got.
Wow.
Till he turns
not even yet.
He's down the line. Down the line.
Oh my days.
Bro, he can't even like learn to drive. That is mental, bro. That is nuts. Well, hold on a minute. 15. And then listen, big up
Uber to train him.
Facts, bring up display and big up Ryan, and like also the graphics on the side. Max Downham on the side has been told to be part of the Arsenal first team next season. Like, they were talking about Ethan and Miles are allowed to shower with the players and that, like, and all that. I mean, Max Downham, that's a madness. He's 15, but so he's still in school. He's still in school, but that is
still in school. Yeah.
It's a lot to adjust to. It's going to be a lot to adjust to, especially. I mean,
I think it'll be a slow process with him, won't it? Surely they're not just going to throw him in the first team in the Prem. He'd just be around the group, see how he does in pre-season, if he excels, or maybe they bring him around at the start of next season, play him in the Carabao Cup and that. But everyone seems to be raving about him. He seems to be the one.
Yeah, I watched him. I think he's a joke. He's a joke. It's how he dribbles where you can't really get the ball off him. The ball sticks to him, and he's quite a big presence for 15. So he's going to be, if he's looked after properly, he could be unbelievable. I didn't realize, bro, the time has actually flown. This has actually been a show that I didn't need to stress too much, boy. I didn't realize we're hitting the hour. That's annoying. We got to read through the last super chats before we go. But again, big up. Listen, people that have joined us, obviously, we started quite fast. We started with extreme tempo off from kickoff. So if you've missed the start of the show, I advise people to go back and watch the start of the show, because we started quick. We weren't time wasted like my massage therapist, masseuse is the right word. Let me quickly read these super chats. Lawrence.
Kuna Matata.
Right, I've had to get out of there. I've just seen things that no cameraman should really have to go through.
Ryan, man, please, man. I'm trying to do super chats out here, man. Just throwing my piece on the screen again.
Back.
It's like he's enjoying it. Ryan, chill now. Let me finish this last little bit before we go. Right. Lawrence Emmanuel says, I keep hearing... Let me read this, double check. Okay. I keep hearing Robbie say every season to give Arteta one more year. Let me ask you, how many one more years do we give him before Robbie, Ty and co realise he's not the man to take us over the line? I mean, it's now. It's very much now. This is the season that he's going to have to... This will be the last season people say that. I mean, it's annoying that we didn't pick up... we spoke about this, actually. I'm not going to go into it too much. Just go back and watch the show. I think this is, for majority of the fans, the last season. Some fans are already there. I've seen it. They're already saying, listen, get rid of him. But we know the club aren't going to do that unless everyone turns, which I don't think will happen until the end of next season. Saya NATO says, a Spurs win will light up fire in our what? That's true, bro. That's true. That's true, actually. He's right. We're talking about next season, you know, love it. But I think little things will tip us over. I've seen it. When Liverpool won the league that weekend, people were just losing it. Like Yardman, like I remember Lee was he'd switch on, because that, and think seeing Tottenham win a trophy might actually send a big majority of fans the other way, and maybe go a bit more. Well, they might go a bit mad on the whole situation, and I half hear it. So you're right. The fire could get lit after Wednesday. I
agree. Listen, if they win the Europa League tomorrow, I'm telling you now, there will be some heat. I'm telling you, they'll be saying, "What? You finished second 3 years in a row? You ain't picked nothing up." These man are nearly relegation battle, and nah. That will be crazy.
That will be mad. There'll be fights.
Even the fact that we're having to choose one of those two is disgusting. Like, even having to say, listen, man, I'd rather United win, but even that, bro, no one wants to hear their fan base. And then they've got a Super Cup final, you know, if they win against the Champions League winner in August. So, and the other thing that's worrying me is I'm seeing links that, bro, man's got the light out. The masseuse is back. She's flying over. She's got the light.
She's got my leg's gonna be up here.
No, it's all mad.
I'm checking my shoulder. No, chill out, man. I don't want to be stretched anymore, man.
Yo, Jesus was enough, man. You know what I'm saying? No more. I played a full 90, you know, 2 halves.
I don't want extra time, bro. Any smart music now, I've got PTSD. All I hear is a few chimes. I'm like, yo, chill out.
What's happening? No, but what was that about? I don't even know. No, United being linked with Gyökeres anyway. But they're saying if they win, obviously, you know, they might make a move for him as well.
No, you're right. You're right. Let's hopefully listen. Just hope Spurs don't win tomorrow, man. But we'll be watching, all of us, I'm sure. Eva Super Chat says, a part of me thinks that the appointment of Berta is just a PR move to trick fans. I mean, that's quite a big PR move. I'll be honest. Edu leaving was the reason why we got Berta in, and that was a serious situation. So they had to replace him. They were not going to. I don't think it's a PR move. If I'm being honest, I think that's silly. They had to put a sport director in there, and we just don't know if he's challenging Arteta in the way that I think fans want him to. Hopefully he is. There's a lot of super chats flying in. Thank you, everyone. Lawrence Emmanuel says, Arteta has put 3 22-year-old academy players on the bench for the few games of the season, yet he won't give them a sniff on the first team action. I don't mind that. A lot of these games, a lot of these games we want to be winning. I wanted to get second spot. I know it doesn't really mean too much to many, but for me, it's important that we didn't drop off. With that win against Newcastle, as flat as it was, at least we beat them and we kind of confirmed that. So I'm happy with that. Listen, we all want to see youngsters come through, but if Max Downham's going on the tour, I expect him to be the next one up. The main question is what's going on with Ethan, which we've kind of discussed in this live as well. And hopefully we'll get some more on that later on. Lawrence Emmanuel, again, thank you, says, picking up B-Town United and Spurs. I don't know what that means. B-Town... between
United and Spurs.
Between
no, that's wild.
That is horrendous. B-Town is nuts, bro. Bloody hell. Picking between United and Spurs is like deciding if you want. Whoa.
Yeah.
That's cool, that one, Lawrence. But I hear it, but I don't hear it. I know, you know what I mean? Dial Square with Super Chat says, have to get Gyökeres this summer and Mateta as a backup. They're not going to sell Mateta though. Jesus and Havertz can pack their bags and head down to the Saudi League for retirement. Right. That is it for today's show, people. Thank you very much for your super chats. Thank you very much for the people that have joined us. I've enjoyed today's show. As always, do you know what? I always say that at the end of these lives, but it's the truth. That's why we're staying. So thank you, everyone. Please tune in to us every Tuesday, 7 p.m. I think next week, because of the bank holiday, I think bias is going to be Tuesday. I think Robbie's going to try and steal our viewership. So instead of letting him steal our viewership, come back to offer us on Wednesday, because I think, Curtis, just so you know, I think we're going to go live Wednesday at 7 p.m. next week, because we're going to just move it one day forward due to the bank holiday here in the UK. But thank you, Curtis, for joining me. Thank you, Ryan, in the back end as well, who's been supplying all the clips and whatnot. Has kind of killed us, but it's been a good laugh. Listen, big up NordVPN as well for sponsoring this live as well, and we'll see you again soon. Take care, people.
I've just seen things that no cameraman should really have to go through.
Here's a quick word from our sponsors.
Yes, people, if you're spending any time online, then you need a VPN. And NordVPN is your best bet.
Think of a VPN like Declan Rice, shutting down danger before it even becomes a problem.
We all know the pain of missing the 3 p.m. games every week in the UK. But if you were in, say, Australia, America, or somewhere else, it wouldn't be an issue.
And with NordVPN, you could change your location with just one click. Obviously, we would never do that. But if you did, it would work perfectly.
And if you ever use free Wi-Fi in an airport, a cafe, or a hotel, I know I've done that, you might as well have left your wallet on the table and hoped for the best. Hackers love those open networks, but with NordVPN, your data is fully encrypted, meaning your personal details stay yours.
So grab the deal at nordvpn.com/AFTV live for 4 extra months on a 2-year plan. This is a limited time offer and it's always risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee.
Big up NordVPN, and let's get back to the video.